Okay, so you've already sent and received some text messages, and they're starting to build up on your screen, and you're wanting to delete them. I know that you're going to want to use your stylus, so I'm going to show you how to do it using that. So the stylus, which is right here, as you already know, I'm going to pull that out. And one thing that this phone does that I kind of wish it didn't, when you pull out your stylus, also known as your S Pen, it launches this application. Uh, what you're going to want to do is to get out of that. This application, all it does is allows you to write on your Samsung phone as if it were a notepad using regular handwriting. To get out of that, you're going to press the home button that's in the middle, and that takes you back here. So now you have a bunch of messages already. So you're going to want to go to messaging, and you can tap on messaging with the stylus, and you have probably have a screen that looks a lot like this, where you have a bunch of text messages already there, and if you scroll your finger like that across it, you can go up and down. You can see everyone that you've ever had, and also, if you were to tap any of them, you might actually see whole conversations with people where they pop up like that. And that might not be desirable for you to keep. Now, to get rid of these, what you're going to want to do, there is a menu button down here. It's invisible. It's just to the right or to the left of the home button. You tap that, and when you tap that, this menu comes up, and one of the options is delete threads. That's right here. Now, when you select that, I'm going to go ahead and select delete threads, just like that. You have a couple of ways of getting rid of threads. Now, you can select them individually by checking the boxes like that, or over here you have the word select all, and if you tap that, that automatically checks all of these boxes. And if you want to delete all of these messages, you simply hit the word delete, and when you do that, you're going to get this dialog box that pops up and says delete all, threads will be deleted. You can either hit OK to delete all of your text message threads, or you can hit cancel. For the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, because I can't think of any text message strings that I want to keep. So I'm going to hit OK, and it deletes everything, and you will see this screen indicating that there are no messages. Now, if you want to send a text message, you have this little icon up here in the right hand corner, and you'll notice that when I bring my S Pen or stylus in proximity to it, the word compose pops up. If I touch that, then it brings up this screen, and you will see a flashing cursor right up here to the left, where in there it says enter recipient. Well, you may not have everybody memorized, but in my case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in Mary's name. So I'm going to type in M, and then it brings up all the possible Marys, and well, there's very few Marys I know, so Mary comes up right to the top. And I'm going to go ahead and select her mobile phone number just by touching her name with the pen as a selection. And her name comes up here under the heading of to, just as if it were a letter or email. So any text message I send to Mary is going to be, or any text message I send at this point is only going to go to Mary. If I wanted to send it to somebody else, a bunch of different people, let's say I wanted to send another one to JT or Sarah as well. If I hit this button and I go back to my contacts, I can look for all of my contacts and eventually find down here in J's, JT. And if I wanted to send another one to Sarah, I can go down here and you can see I have a lot of different contacts. And there's Sarah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit done, which is in the upper right hand corner. And so now you'll notice all of my contacts up here next to the word to. Any message I send to send at this point is going to go to all three of these people. It's going to go to Mary, Sarah, and JT. So when I go down here where it says enter message, I tap down here and this is where I could type in my message, which will go to all three. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this. And you'll notice above here, these words pop up. They give you the option of selecting the words because it tries to interpret what your next word is, or anticipate what your next word is going to be. So I'm going to continue on, space, this, and you'll see the word is comes up. I'm going to say is, and then a, and then I don't see the next word I want, so I'm just going to type in the word test. But you'll see test comes up, test, and then I want to say message, so I type in M. And look at that, just by putting the letter M, the word message comes up here. And I can select that word without having to type all the letters. Now I'm going to say for, and then L. Actually, I wanted to capitalize that, so I'm going to backspace. And that's the backspace button. So capital is this up arrow here. So now L, and then O, and then L. And you'll actually see there, Mom, that your name pops up right here. So it anticipated Lola. So I'm going to say test message for Lola. The period is down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and to send it, I'm going to hit the word send. And when that pops up in blue like that, the color blue indicates that's a message that you sent out to somebody. When it comes up in a different color, like yellow, that indicates that it's somebody talking back to you. So I sent this out to 3 people. If any of them text back, it should pop up right below that. But I'm not going to wait for that at this moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run through how to delete this one last time. So if I go back to the thread, or if I hit this arrow over here, this arrow that points left, or just even tap the envelope, it takes me back to all of my messages. And all of my messages are referred to as conversations. And so at this point, if I want to delete this, again, remember, the menu button is accessed by pressing this white area down here, and you'll see down there maybe that there's a little white light underneath the menu indicator, and it goes out. And then I can go ahead and I can, even though I just sent this message and they should have received it by now, I'm going to go ahead and delete this thread. And to delete this thread, I could either use select all, which selects all the threads, and in this case it's only one, or I could just select that individual message and then delete. And then OK, and done. It's deleted. And that's it for texting and deleting.